Hello, everyone. We just heard about 6 data science projects that will help solving problems in many different policy areas, from criminal justice to healthcare, education, or even traffic safety. A typical data science project does not just train one model, but many models, and then selects the best model according to that accuracy. Unfortunately, that model selection does not take into consideration other relevant characteristics of these models. In fact, recent work has raised concerns about unintended bias in predictive tools being used in our society that can affect individuals from specific groups unfairly based on race, age, or gender. For instance, a 2016 article from ProPublica has analyzed predictions from a criminal risk assessment tool and has found one type of bias against African Americans. While we know that there are many different types of biases and sources of biases, and we cannot avoid at all these issues, we believe that the first step is to audit and certify a model for bias and fairness before even considering deploy that model to the society. That's why we built Aequitas, a bias fairness audit tool that can be used in real-world scenarios for tests for several biases and fairness definitions. Let's take an example. A data science team would select a model by using a chart like this, and they'll select the most accurate one. In this case, it would be the yellow one. After running an audit with Akitas, we have a more clear picture. And maybe instead of choosing the best accurate or with highest accuracy model, we would then pick a slightly less accurate model, but which has a lower bias. By raising awareness, we hope that both data scientists and policymakers would make more informed and equitable decisions around both developing and deploying models like these in the society. A typical social good and policy project has 2 types of interventions: punitive or assistive. In the case of a punitive intervention, our biggest concern is to flag as high risk people that are in fact low risk. In the case of assistive intervention, because we are helping people, as in the case of all 6 data science projects that we've seen, our major concern is to help people that need help, is to miss people that need help. So when a good, and I repeat, when a good data science team is developing a model like this, they naturally want to minimize these concerns, both of these concerns. However, we think that we can make a step further and make sure that these concerns don't happen more often for specific groups than others. For instance, are we missing more female at risk than male at risk? Akitas help us by breaking down results by subgroups and different bias metrics. So how can we use Akitas? If we consider the project of diabetes screening, we would start by uploading a set of type 2 diabetes risk score predictions and labels, together with the attributes that can define the groups, such as race, sex, or age. And because, once again, the intervention is assistive, we just care about missing people that really need help. So we will pick a selection bias metric that looks for disproportionately missing people across groups. And then Akitas will provide the report. And we can then explore the report and break down by subgroups and different metrics. And we can even plug our favorite visualization tool. And as in this case for a project on misdemeanor recidivism, we can see that there are different types of biases by age, gender, or race. So moving forward, I want to invite you to go to aequitas.dssg.io, and you can try Akitas using 3 different approaches. You can use directly the web audit tool where you can upload your predictions and your attributes and look for the bias report. You can even use a command line tool that will automatically upload results to your infrastructure. Or if you want to use your Jupyter notebooks to run your analysis on a specific model, you can even import a Python library. We believe, based on our past experience on DSSG and other projects at dsapp, that it's time to move away from just being concerned about performance metrics when deploying these types of models. And we need to be sure that we look for bias and fairness across these different groups in our population. I'll be around, and I'm happy to talk about Aequitas later on. Thank you so much.